What's up guys? In this video, I'm going to very quickly show you how to create a WordPress self-hosted website on AWS's EC2 or Elastic Compute Cloud. EC2 is a service, as I said, provided by AWS or Amazon Web Services, and you can get there by going to aws.amazon.com. So when you're on the home page, we're just going to click up here to sign in. If you don't have an account yet, this is a good time to create one. And don't forget to use my free secure password generator on my website. The link is in the description of this video. So once your account is created, we're going to sign into AWS. And once you're signed in, the first thing we're going to do is observe the region that you are using. Right up here in the top corner, you'll see that I'm using Northern California right now. Now you can select any number of data centers worldwide that Amazon provides. The one you want to use is the one that you expect most of your visitors to come from. So for example, if the majority of my visitors to my website I anticipate being from India, I would want to use the Mumbai data center. But in this case, I'm in the United States, I'm going to stick with an American one. So once you've chosen your region, we're going to go over here to the EC2 link. It's also right down here under Compute, EC2. And then we're going to head down and launch an instance. Now, once we're on this screen and we need to choose our Amazon machine image or AMI, we're going to go over here to the Marketplace, the AWS Marketplace, and in the search bar, just type in WordPress and hit enter. And just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to use this first option here, which is the WordPress certified by Bitnami and automatic AMI. This one is great. I've used it many times, and this is the one that I'm going to use for this example. Bitnami has provided an amazing AMI, and it is also certified by Automatic, who are the creators of WordPress. So we're going to head over here and select this option. Next, AWS is going to give you a bunch of information about all the different hosting options or all the different cloud options that they have. We're going to go ahead and continue, and then we're going to select this free tier eligible option. Here is some information about the free tier. As you can see, it does say that the first 12 months are free unless you go over the 750 hours of computing time each month. Because this instance is going to be running basically 24 hours a day, every month, you'll never actually go over the 750 hours. So basically your first year is free if you stay within this tier. So we're going to go ahead and select that tier. And one more thing to note about this tier is that it is perfect for new startup sites. However, if you are anticipating a lot of traffic and maybe need some scalability, I would probably opt to go to one of these other options. However, just be aware that they are not free. So after we selected this, we're going to head down here to review and launch. And then I'm not going to concern myself with any other information here, and I'm going to hit launch. Now here it's asking me to create key pair or use an existing key pair. This is a very important step, and it's very important for keeping your site secure as well. So be very mindful of what you do at this point. What I'm going to do is, instead of choosing an existing pair, I'm going to create a new one, and I'm just going to call it not Herschel key 2. And then I'm going to download this key pair. Now, what's really important is you keep track of where this is being downloaded, and then I'm going to launch the instance. Now, while this is launching, I am on a Mac computer, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Finder, and I'm going to go over to my home folder. Now, to get there, I go to Macintosh HD, I go over to users, and I go to my user account, which has the picture of the house here. And I'm going to double click that. So I'm going to move that new key file into this home folder. We're going to need this in a little bit. So after you've chosen to start launching your instance, you're going to be met with this screen. We're going to click on this right here, which is basically the instant ID here. And as you can see, the status here says that it's still initializing. So I'm going to use this opportunity, as I always do, and I'm sorry if this annoys you guys, but just to remind you that if you do end up liking this video, don't forget to hit the like button on this video and show some support by subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell for notifications. Thanks, guys. There we go. Now, after about 2 or 3 minutes, the status has now turned to the check mark, and it says 2 out of 2 checks have passed. I don't know what that means, but I think it means that my instance is ready. So I'm going to head over to my site by copying this IP address and pasting it into my browser. And there you go. Here we have a nice, clean, new WordPress install. So now we want to get in and start editing this site. So the first thing we're going to need to do is head over here and go to the IP address /wp-admin. And here we are on the login screen. Now, of course, we don't have any login credentials, right? So right down here, if you notice, there's this little strange tab. We're going to click on that and it'll open a new window. And right here it tells you your username is right here, and that is user. Now for the password, we're going to follow these instructions as it says. So opening that in a new tab, we're going to head down over here. Now I already know these instructions, but I'm just going to show you where they are in case you get lost. And right here it kind of tells you what to do if you're using AWS EC2. What we're going to do is head back to EC2, right click on the instance, go to Instance Settings, and scroll down to Get System Log. Now once this system log is open, we're going to scroll all the way down very carefully, and what we're looking for is this box, and you'll see it in a second, and it'll look something like this. There you go. It's got a bunch of other nonsense around it, but it's got this little box in the middle, and it says setting Bitnami application password to this. And so I'm going to double click that and copy it, and then head over to the login again and paste, and then log in. So here we are. Now we have a brand new WordPress site, and I'm logged in. At this point, I suggest you go over to the users section and basically change your password. Don't forget about my free password generator. The link is in the description. Now, the very last thing I'm going to show you before I let you loose on your new WordPress website is right over here. If we go to visit the site, you'll see that that tab still appears. Now, this also appears to the public, so we want to get rid of this. So one more time, we're going to click on that tab again, and I'm going to close the other tabs here. And then scroll right to the bottom where it says disable this page, and there is a quick guide on how to do that. The link is right here. And once you're on this page, you'll see that the instructions are right here on how to remove that tab. You are going to need to know at least some basics about how to SSH into your instance. But what I can do is show you real quick how to do that if you're new to this. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to go back to EC2. Go ahead and close out of that little log there. We're going to right click and hit connect on your instance. And right here, you'll see that there are some instructions. Now, the first thing it tells you to do is enter this command. Now, where do we do this? If you're on a Windows computer, you're going to go to the start menu, and then you're going to type in the words CMD and hit enter, and that will open up a command prompt. And then you can just copy and paste this code. On Mac, we're going to open terminal. And on Windows, it'll look very similar to this, not exactly. And as you saw, I copied my key file into the home folder of my computer. If you're on a Windows computer, you're going to put it in the Windows folder, and that is considered the root or home folder on your Windows computer. So right here, we're just going to copy and paste that line and hit enter. Now you see nothing happened, but what it did is it changed the permissions on this key file that's located in my home folder. Now, if it wasn't able to find it, it would have thrown up some kind of error. But in this case, it didn't give me any kind of feedback and took me back to the prompt. That means it went through just fine. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to run this command right down here, and we're going to connect to the instance. So I'm going to copy that. But in this case, we're going to have to replace the word root with the correct username, which is Bitnami in this case. So I'm just going to open up a quick text editor, paste that in, and then I'm going to replace the word root with Bitnami, and then copy that once again. And then heading over to terminal, I'm going to paste it. And now it's asking me for some stuff. I'm going to hit yes here. I'm going to type yes, hit enter, and now I'm in. Now, in order to remove that little tab, you'll see that right here, there's a little command that it says for frequently used commands, please run this command here. And it'll tell you some frequently run commands. So I'm going to copy that, paste it here, hit enter, and now it pops up this nice little interface where I can use my arrow keys to move around. And right here, the first option is remove the Bitnami banner. So I'm going to hit enter on that, and it takes a couple of seconds, and it's done. So now heading back, if I go to my site, you see the banner here. If I refresh, that little banner or tab is gone. So there you go, guys. Stay tuned to my channel, guys, because I am very soon going to be posting videos on how to make the most of your self-hosted site. I've done a couple of videos in the past about working with your WordPress.com blog, but I haven't done any on a self-hosted site. And I myself use the self-hosted option using WP Engine. I actually don't use AWS, but I'll be posting videos on how to make the most of your WordPress blog self-hosted very soon. So guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell for notifications of future videos. And like I said, I will have more about self-hosted WordPress sites. Thanks for watching, guys.